Could Trump Pence be bigger pussies? Hamilton Cast says be our president, and Trump runs to Twitter, literally demanding safe spaces. For fuck's sake. In case you missed this snowflake and his need for safe spaces, edit because people are pointing out that this tweet crying is a distraction from the fact that Trump settled his latest fraud lawsuit for $25 million. Of course he settled. He's a pussy. Former students called him names and he couldn't take the pressure. After crying for a while, he settled. Response 1.
Deleted.
You have a point, but the one thing Trump supporters are totally right on is that mainstream media is fucked. They'll jump on anything dumb Trump says for ratings, and there's not much we can do because a majority of their audience doesn't really give a shit about it as long as it's entertaining.
Deleted.
To be fair, reasonable stuff is just the baseline for good governance. That is, if I were to be elected head of my subdivision's and I said that I would force the princess of my rival's kingdom to dance for my amusement, plant a maple tree on the corner to increase shade and beautify the communal park area, drink mead from the skull of my enemies. I'm reasonably certain that the stuff about the tree would probably be page 6 of the local Shoppers Weekly at best.
I'm too desensitized to know whether the other two are reasonable or not.
I googled it. They are not.
If Princess Force wants to dance, that's her decision.
Response 2.
Of course he's wrong. The theater has a long history of being subversive and political. Hamilton itself is a highly political production, and Pence must be blind to the world to not realize what he was walking into.
The theater also has a long history of being safe and secure for LGBT people.
On the flip side, it has a history of challenging worldviews of all people.
Deleted.
Given Trump's groundbreaking inexperience and lack of preparation for the office, I think most people who understand the scope of the presidency are expecting Pence to be de facto CIC.
See also, Dick Cheney.
Response 3.
Just wait until he's president. He seems to be acting like he wants to imprison people for free speech and pretty much anything else he doesn't agree with. My friend and I have a bet going now that Trump will try and forcibly imprison someone for arguing with him on Twitter during his first year of presidency. I wouldn't be surprised if people start having surprise visits from the feds for a lot of things.
Response 4.
It's a smokescreen for the $25 million settlement for the Trump University lawsuit. I was blinded by the smokescreen. What happened to the Trump University class action lawsuit?
Trump settled for $25 million.
Which he said himself was only a small fraction of the potential award, so try and imagine how bad it really was. He's just so presidential.
Response 5.
Your request for equal treatment has made me fear for my life. Time to send in the riot police.
Response 6.
I generally agree with your reaction, but Trump didn't demand safe spaces. He said, quote, "The theater must always be a safe and special place. The cast of Hamilton was very rude last night to a very good man, Mike Pence. Apologize. Safe spaces are different." But yes, his reaction was ridiculous and over the top. Contrary to what Wikipedia says, I hear the phrase, safe space, in reference to safe spaces for a wide variety of marginalized groups, not just LGBT people. In saying, a safe and special place, Trump is effectively invoking safe spaces in the same way the left does.
Response 7.
Sad. Apologize. Sad.
I've started doing this to my girlfriend, it's hilarious. Quote, I'm still stuck at work, will be late home. Sad.
Response 8.
This is fucking hilarious. Let the chuckle fuckery begin. It's going to be quite a year.
Quote, 4 years. FTFY.
Stop reminding me, sad face.
Response 9.
Is this what the next 4 years is going to be like? Because it seems like a bad sign when your president demands an apology every time someone disagrees with him. The whole job is about doing things that people dislike. If you can't take a little anger and criticism from the people directly impacted by your shitty policies and racist, sexist actions, maybe you're not cut out to be president. Trump has always done shit like this. We really should be taking bets on who he'll next threaten to sue. He's a 71-year-old man who has Twitter wars with other celebrities. Which is kind of impressive.
Response 10.
He's trolling. Stop taking the bait.
Normally you'd be right, but he is the next president of the United States. He should absolutely be called out for trolling.
Oh, I agree with that 100%. But most of the reactions I see, including OPs, aren't calling him out for trolling, they are taking the bait and responding as if he actually means whatever idiotic, intentionally inflammatory thing he said today. By pointing out the irony or hypocrisy of it, he gives zero shits that what he says flatly contradicts other things he's said. He's just trying to get a rise out of his opponents.
Response 11.
Obama has dealt with actual harassment from Republicans for the past 8 years, remember the booing and "you lie" during his first State of the Union, but he's never demanded an apology. The message they gave was very in line with the themes of Hamilton, it was not harassment. They have the right to free speech. I can't believe we're going to have to deal with this thin-skinned narcissist for 4 years.